spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today it's a Week 14 matchup. It should be a good one, as enter the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jefferson going to go in motion right. First pass over. It's going to step down 2 yards short. 8-yard gain, second and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. Where do you think early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a first throw of the afternoon, and the connection is there. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a give running left is the Wonder.
What?
25 yards the pickup there.
Hold up.
That play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, they created a big run. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming. The Vikings 8-4 now in the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
It's going to go to third down. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's third down. You look at this Packers defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Back to throw. Bauer eluding the pressure right. This
defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
That is inches from the line. It's not good.
Oh, shit. My nigga missed.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes on. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. They start the drive with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And quickly out wide, this is Watson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Let's go now.
Left side, Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To throw now. Here's Love. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Cook. Bowling his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. His 7th rushing touchdown, 11th overall. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. Back to the air on second down. Bauer. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
To throw on third down. Bauer. And now another one thrown incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
That's taken on the 25. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Here we go.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Cook up the gut. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And they'll send Watson in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 31, here's 2nd and 5. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. In motion goes the tight end. On 2nd down, here's the Wangu. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. Jefferson going to go in motion right. Throwing on first down. Bauer. Middle of the field to Jefferson. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Bauer. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bauer. And he is caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. On first down, Bauer. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Operating from the gun, Bauer. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Love. And his throw here is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Love looking to throw it. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Racing to the end zone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Love now. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the offense, they've really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Off play action. Bauer. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 3rd down, Bauer. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Here's Cook again. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
A give. This is Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Second down and 6 now.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Running for it, here's Cook. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a
timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Bauer drops this off with the running. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Operating from the gun. Bauer. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Cook will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run for it with Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Now is 2nd and 10. To throw from his end zone. Bauer. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. In motion right is Addison. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Bauer finding Hockenson here on the out route. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's 1st and 10. Now Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Love looking to throw it. This pass complete to Melton. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but sooner or later, they're going to have to stop the clock.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Left side, Cook. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Here's 2nd down. Love. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And, Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season. Because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Well, plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Luke Musgrave, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. That's caught by Addison. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Ready, 16 seconds, all that remain. 2nd down. Back to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. And when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Off the play fake. Bauer. And that one to the right side and incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. This from long, very long range. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, Carter.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Vikings going to get the first chance to possess the football as we are back underway here in overtime. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Operating from the gun, Bauer. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
On first down, they'll run with the Wangu. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second down, here's the Wangu. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Off play action. Bauer. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Handoff right side to Wangu. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Looking to throw. Bauer going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 37. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Looking to throw on second down. Bauer. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. One team squandered opportunity. It's another team's chance to win this thing. They forced that clutch turnover, and now all they need is a field goal here to win this ball game.
Could not be set up much better, could they? A takeaway on defense. Now it's up to that offense to find a way to put themselves in position for the game-winning points. Touchdown, field goal, they don't care. Just find a way to win it. Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
First down, here's the run with Cook. 138 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. What can Love do in the OT? He finds Watson. It's caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.